What is going on YouTube? This is MintyJosh19 and welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to be making for you another cop car. You might recognize this car as my earlier videos where I made Sheriff Roscoe's car from Dukes of Hazzard. Well, this time we're going to be making the 1977 Pontiac Le Mans police car from Smokey and the Bandit. And this car is driven by the sheriff who basically pursues Smokey and the Bandit, mostly Bandit, all across the country. It is driven by Sheriff Buford T. Justice. And at the end of the film, this car is trashed. The roof is gone, the wheels are falling off, the door is dragging, the fender's gone. It gets destroyed. But I've always loved Smokey and the Bandit, so we're going to make the car. So for this build, you're going to want to use the Bravado Greenwood Cruiser. This car can be purchased for more stock, cash, and carry. The reason I'm using this car is it's bigger than this car, although this car will work. This is the Impaler LX Cruiser. So it really depends on what vehicle you want. But I'm gonna okay, that's weird. But this time I'm going to be using the Greenwood Cruiser. The Greenwood Cruiser costs $3,682,500, whereas the Impaler LX Cruiser only costs $3,600,000. So they're both pretty pricey, although the car that you're going to want to use is a little bit more expensive. So we're going to get into building it. Now, because this is a cop car, you can only customize it at your properties you own. So, like the Mobile Operations Center, CEO Garage, Arena War, Auto Shop Garage. I think you can also customize it at your salvage yard too, although that I'm not sure of. But basically you can only customize it at places you own. And you'll note that there is a note at the bottom of the ad in War Stock Cash and Carry. It's a please note that this car only has a resale value of $0. So even if you spend millions of dollars on it, you can't really you don't get anything for it if you go to sell it. You're just basically stuck with it. So, yeah, that's one of the downsides to it. So, but these cars, especially cop cars, are really easy to customize. Like, this car is made to look like Roscoe's car from Dukes of Hazzard, and it wasn't that hard to make. I'll just get to my Mobile Operations Center, and I will begin making the other cop car. Okay, so there's my Mobile Operations Center. Yeah, I know. I gotta put some decals or something on it later. And just like any other car, you're just going to go right down the list. Armor upgrade, 100%. This item can be unlocked at rank 100. It's going to cost you around $40,000 to $50,000. Body trim, you don't need, I think. Yeah, so the body trim you don't want to have, so you want to delete that. Brakes, race brakes is going to cost you $30,000 to $40,000. Engine upgrade, EMS upgrade level 4. This is going to cost you anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000. Exhaust, stock exhaust. The hood, stock hood, because I know that they don't have a stop sign or a police sign on the hood. Lights, this is going to be the headlights. You can use the Xeon, Xeon lights for 7,500. This item can be unlocked during 21, but I'm gonna go with the stock lights because they tend to have a more older look to them, in my opinion. Library I'll get to in a bit. Always make sure that you have the tracker and full coverage. I know that if you buy a car off the website, it usually has it, but if you find a car off the street, typically you have to buy them. Police equipment. Searchlights. So for the searchlights, this is going to be real simple. So for the searchlights, you want to get rid of both of them. You don't want to have any searchlights on the car. The push bar you also want to get rid of. And then emergency lighting. You want to go to these two. Custom emergency lighting 5. I know in the film he has 2 blues on his car, not 1 blue, 1 red. Obviously we can't have 2 blues on the car, so that's why we're doing this one. But it's going to cost you $2,400. Primary color, classic. We're going to go with the Beechwood Brown for this. It's going to cost you $900. Of course, there's also Maple Brown will work, but I'm going to go with the Beechwood Brown.
Shit, I don't know if I'm scared or turned on.
And then secondary color, same thing. Beechwood Brown. And then what's next? Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. If you see sell vehicle, it'll say $0. Like I said, you can't sell the car. Suspension, stock suspension, not that big a deal. Transmission, race transmission. This is going to cost you anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000. And then turbo tuning. Turbo tuning is all the same for every car, whether it's a bike or a motorcycle, moped, truck, cop car, muscle car, all of them. It'll be $50,000. And then the wheels. Let's see what kind of wheels you have. Typically, I'd say use the stock wheels. But the stock wheels won't work for this build. Actually, they're not even. I don't even have the stock wheels on because stock wheels are white walls. So for this build, we're actually going to go with the turbine wheels for $14,210. When you have it, make sure you take the chrome or the paint off of them. And then always make sure you have your bulletproof tires on. This item can be unlocked at rank 20, and it's going to cost you $25,000. Once you have that done, you don't need to tint your windows. And then you can go to the livery. I always tend to do the livery last. That way I can see the finished product right then and there. And really, you want to use this one. The Rockford Hills PD from the LSPD. It costs $24,510. And basically what this does is it'll just say Sheriff on the hood and Sheriff Los Angeles County on the doors. But that's what you want to do. Once you have that, you are basically done. That is how you make Sheriff Bupert's car from Smokey and the Bandit. Eventually this thing will load. Yeah, so there you go. I like the way this car turned out. Even though the front end is different from the way the car looks in the film. Because this is based off of Ford LTD, is what I'm told. Whereas the car from Smoking the Bandit is a 77 Pontiac Le Mans. I still like the way this car turned out. So, In the meantime, I hope you all liked the video. Don't forget to leave a comment about what you think of the video. And if you have any other movie cars or cop cars you want me to make, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. That will really help me a lot. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Snapchat at MintyJosh19. I tend to try to live stream on Twitch at least for an hour to 2 hours each night. Mostly on Call of Duty, although sometimes on Wreckfest. Oh, look, a pumpkin. I didn't think these pumpkins were still around. Ooh, and I got 3 grand. Nice, okay. So, in the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments below. So, hope y'all have a good weekend. I know Monday is the work week, so I'm just happy I have a 4-day weekend this week since I don't work on Friday. So, that's basically it. Hope you all have a good weekend, and I will see you all next time. Later.